CHiPs, the hit TV series that ran from 1977 to 1983, captured the hearts of audiences with its thrilling motorcycle chases and iconic duo of California Highway Patrol officers. But after 47 years, what happened to the cast who brought this beloved show to life? From their careers in acting to personal journeys, the stars of CHiPs have gone through many changes. In 2024, we look back at the lasting impact of the show and explore where the cast is now, revealing the paths they've taken since their time in the fast lane. Clarence Gilliard Jr., born on December 24, 1955, played Officer Benjamin Webster in CHiPs at the age of 26. Gilliard's character was energetic, enthusiastic, and always eager to learn, making him a popular addition to the show's ensemble. Gilliard's early life was complicated, marked by a search for direction and a later passion for acting. After CHiPs, he landed notable roles in Die Hard and Top Gun, but struggled with personal issues, including substance abuse and difficulties in his relationships. He was married twice, first to Catherine Dutko and then to Elena Gilliard, with whom he had 2 children. Despite his professional success, Gilliard faced a turbulent personal life and ultimately found solace in his faith, becoming a devout Christian. Later, he transitioned into teaching and became a professor at the University of Nevada. Clarence passed away on November 23, 2022, at the age of 66 after a prolonged illness, leaving behind a legacy of perseverance and faith. Taylor Lautner, born on April 2, 1942, was 37 years old when he began playing Officer Harry Saunders in CHiPs. His character was a tough and no-nonsense officer, one who could always be relied upon to get the job done. But behind the tough exterior of his professional life, Taylor's personal life was more complex. Though he enjoyed success in his acting career, Taylor's private world was marred by struggles with personal demons and relationships that didn't always work out. He was married twice, but neither relationship seemed to bring the peace he longed for. Despite his dedication to his craft, Taylor's health began to decline in his later years, and he distanced himself from the public eye. His passing on June 21, 2005, at the age of 63 was a somber moment for those who had worked with him, though the cause of his death was not made publicly known. Despite his troubled personal life, Taylor left behind a lasting impact with his roles and memorable presence on screen. Johnny Seven, born on February 23, 1926, was 51 years old when he portrayed Dawson in CHiPs. His character was tough, resourceful, and street-smart, often relying on his determination to handle difficult situations. Johnny, however, faced challenges that extended far beyond his acting career. Although he worked steadily through the years, with roles in series such as The Twilight Zone and The Odd Couple, Johnny struggled with various personal difficulties. His marriages were fraught with emotional turmoil, and he experienced the painful realities of failed relationships. At the same time, Johnny battled the damaging effects of smoking, which led to his diagnosis of lung cancer. He passed away from the disease on January 22, 2010, at the age of 83, leaving behind a career that, while successful, was overshadowed by personal pain. His death marked the end of a long life, filled with both triumphs and tragedies, which reminded his fans of the human cost often hidden behind the fame. William Smith, born on March 24, 1933, was 47 years old when he portrayed Michael Adams on CHiPs in 1980. Michael Adams, a tough, authoritative figure, brought a sense of strength and gravitas to the show. Smith's career, spanning decades, was filled with both success and hardship. He was a well-regarded character actor known for his tough guy roles, but his life was not without struggles. Despite being a recognizable face in Hollywood, he often faced financial difficulties and personal challenges. He had a few marriages, none of which lasted, and struggled with feelings of isolation. His professional career had ups and downs, and though he enjoyed some fame, he never became a leading man in Hollywood. Later in life, Smith had health issues and faced personal demons, including battles with substance abuse. He died on July 5, 2021, at the age of 88, after living a life full of both triumphs and tribulations, though the exact cause of death was not specified. Warren Berlinger, born on August 31, 1937, was 40 years old when he joined CHiPs in 1977, playing the humorous and resourceful character Bickle. His time on the show was marked by his ability to bring lightheartedness to the series, offering comic relief through his clever antics. However, Berlinger's life was not without its darker moments. Despite his success on the show, his career did not maintain the same momentum afterward, leaving him to face the reality of Hollywood's fickle nature. He went through a difficult divorce, which left him emotionally scarred. His financial situation fluctuated, and he struggled with depression in his later years. Despite these challenges, Berlinger maintained his love for acting, though his roles became less frequent. Warren passed away on December 2, 2020, at the age of 83, after battling cancer. His death marked the end of a career that had touched many but was marred by personal and professional struggles. Royce D Applegate, born on December 25, 1939, portrayed Roger Brown in CHiPs starting at the age of 41. Brown's character was dependable, hardworking, and dedicated to his role within the California Highway Patrol, often providing support to his colleagues. Applegate's journey into acting began later in life, and although he found steady work, his career was often overshadowed by personal struggles. He faced challenges in his relationships and battled addiction, which took a toll on his family life. His marriage ended in divorce, and he had difficulties maintaining connections with his children. Despite these personal challenges, Applegate continued to work in television and film. In his later years, he lived quietly, far from the spotlight, but tragedy struck when he died in a house fire on January 1, 2003, at the age of 63. His untimely death marked the end of a life that had been shaped by both success and hardship. Jim Brown, born on February 17, 1936, was 43 when he played Romo in CHiPs. Known for his commanding presence and physical strength, Romo was a character who exuded confidence, much like Brown's real-life persona as a legendary NFL player. After retiring from football, Brown ventured into acting and activism, but his transition was far from smooth. His personal life was marked by legal issues, including multiple accusations of assault, which led to periods of public scrutiny. Brown was married twice and had children, but his relationships were often troubled, and his reputation was tainted by controversy. Despite his challenges off the field, Brown continued to find success in Hollywood, though his personal struggles were ever present. He lived a more private life in his later years, focusing on his activism and family. Jim Brown passed away on May 18, 2023, at the age of 87. While the exact cause of death was not specified, his legacy in both football and film endures, though not without its complex and sometimes troubled history. Don Red Barry, born on January 11, 1910, was 68 when he portrayed Frank Taylor in CHiPs. Barry's character was a wise, seasoned officer, providing guidance to the younger members of the California Highway Patrol. Barry had a long and varied career in film, starting in the 1930s, and was once a promising star in Hollywood. However, his career took a downturn as he faced financial difficulties and a series of failed marriages. He struggled with depression and isolation, which weighed heavily on him in his later years. By the time he joined CHiPs, Barry's once vibrant career had slowed, and he was no longer in the limelight. His personal struggles deepened, leading to his tragic death by suicide on July 17, 1980, at the age of 70. His passing shocked many, and it became a somber reminder of the toll that fame and personal turmoil can take on an individual. Danny Wells, born on April 7, 1941, played the friendly and helpful character Gordy on CHiPs. He began filming the show at the age of 38, bringing a sense of ease and camaraderie to his role as a member of the team. Growing up in Canada, Wells faced a difficult childhood marked by financial struggles, but his passion for performing led him to pursue a career in acting. His life on screen was a contrast to the personal challenges he endured off-screen, with his marriage ending in divorce after many years. Despite his charm on screen, Wells battled personal demons, including depression and a strained relationship with family members. He worked steadily as a character actor throughout the years, but his career never quite reached the heights of others in the industry. Danny Wells passed away on November 28, 2013, at the age of 72. The exact cause of his death remains unclear, leaving fans to remember him fondly as the ever-helpful Gordy on CHiPs. Michael Bas Leon, born on April 6, 1925, portrayed the tough and no-nonsense Mesker on CHiPs. At the age of 54, Bas Leon took on this role, bringing his years of experience in film and television to the part of a respected figure in law enforcement. Having grown up in New York, he had a challenging upbringing during the Great Depression, which instilled in him a sense of resilience and determination. Bas Leon's career in Hollywood was filled with both triumphs and struggles, with his early years as a stage actor giving way to sporadic roles in film and TV. His marriage, however, was marred by infidelity and constant tension, leading to an eventual separation. While his career had a few notable peaks, such as appearances in The Twilight Zone and other popular series, his later years were marked by diminishing roles and increasing isolation. Michael Bas Leon passed away on October 9, 1986, at the age of 61. The cause of his death was not specified, but his legacy as the unyielding Mesker on CHiPs lives on. Andrew Dugen, born on December 28, 1923, portrayed Judson Stamp in CHiPs at the age of 55. As a seasoned actor, Andrew brought a commanding presence to the show, playing a strategic and authoritative character who earned the respect of his peers. Over his extensive career, Andrew appeared in numerous films and TV shows, known for his strong character roles. However, his personal life was far from easy. He was married twice and had children, but his relationships were fraught with difficulties, including the challenges of balancing family life with his demanding career. As Andrew aged, he faced the cruel reality of illness, battling cancer in his final years. His death on May 15, 1988, at the age of 64 marked the end of a distinguished career, but his health had been deteriorating for some time. Despite his professional success, Andrew's life was shadowed by personal struggles and health challenges that ultimately led to his untimely passing. Cindy Morgan, born on September 29, 1954, played Jennifer on CHiPs, a character known for her intelligence, charm, and quick thinking. She began filming at the age of 27, bringing a refreshing energy to the series with her role as an adaptable and resourceful woman. Cindy's early life was filled with challenges, including growing up in a single-parent household. Her career took off with CHiPs, but it wasn't long before she faced the darker side of fame. Morgan struggled with the pressures of the industry, battling self-doubt and becoming involved in a series of short-lived relationships. She had one child, a son named Adam, but her marriage ended in divorce, leaving her to raise him alone. Despite these hardships, Cindy Morgan continued acting, though she slowly faded from the limelight. Sadly, Cindy Morgan passed away on December 30, 2023, at the age of 69 from natural causes. Her passing marks the end of an era for CHiPs fans who remember her as the clever and captivating Jennifer. Marjorie Bennett, born on January 15, 1896, played Mrs. Downey in CHiPs at the age of 81. Known for her wisdom and warmth, Mrs. Downey provided a stabilizing presence to the series, bringing a sense of nurturing to her interactions. Marjorie had a long career in Hollywood, acting in films from the 1930s onwards. Despite her professional achievements, Marjorie's personal life was often marked by hardship. She faced the challenges of aging, and although she had a successful career, her later years were difficult. Marjorie was married, but her later life was spent largely in solitude as she battled with health issues. Her death from cancer on June 14, 1982, at the age of 86 came just after her role in CHiPs, and her passing left a sense of sadness for those who knew her both on and off the screen. Marjorie's life was one of accomplishment, but her final years were filled with physical and emotional struggles, which culminated in her untimely death. Kay Stevens, born on July 21, 1932, was 46 when she appeared in CHiPs as the quirky woman in the phone booth. Known for her memorable and humorous cameo, Kay had a dynamic career as both a singer and actress. Throughout her life, she faced significant personal challenges, including struggles with alcoholism that took a toll on her health and career. Kay was married multiple times, and her relationships were often unstable, which caused emotional and personal strain. Despite her fame and talent, Kay's personal life was marred by her battles with addiction, and she often found herself dealing with the fallout in the public eye. In her later years, Kay focused on her music but continued to struggle with her demons. She died on December 28, 2011, at the age of 79, after a long battle with breast cancer. Kay's life was one of highs and lows, with moments of success followed by personal turmoil, and her death marked the end of a turbulent yet remarkable journey. Robert Pine was born on July 10, 1941, and portrayed Sergeant Joseph Gettreyer in CHiPs from 1977 to 1983. At the time of filming, Robert was 36 years old. He played a tough yet compassionate sergeant, overseeing the California Highway Patrol's officers with discipline and wisdom. However, his personal life has been marked by a series of struggles. Despite a successful career with numerous TV and film appearances, including roles in Power Rangers, The Good Doctor, and The People v. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, Robert's private life was tumultuous. He faced the challenge of balancing his demanding career with family life. His marriage to his wife, Gwen, has been largely private, but the couple has 2 children, including actor Chris Pine, known for his role in Star Trek. Robert's later years were touched by the grief of his son's rise to fame, which brought its own pressures. Though not without difficulties, he continues to live today at the age of 83, still active in the industry. Larry Wilcox, born August 8, 1947, was 30 years old when he began his role as Officer John Baker on CHiPs. John was the calm and reliable counterpart to Ponch's impulsiveness, bringing stability to the duo's dynamic. Larry's off-screen life, however, has been far from serene. His career, while successful, faced a downturn in the 1980s as he struggled with typecasting and personal issues. He married his first wife, an actress named Judy, in the late 1970s, but their marriage ended in divorce after a few years. Larry went on to marry a second time and fathered 2 children, but even his second marriage faced struggles that ultimately led to a difficult separation. Throughout these years, Larry also had to cope with financial difficulties and legal troubles, including charges related to his business ventures. Despite these setbacks, Larry managed to rebuild his career with appearances in TV movies and other projects. At 77 years old, Larry lives a more private life but occasionally participates in fan events and charity work. Erik Estrada was born on March 16, 1949, and at the age of 28, he took on the role of Officer Frank Ponch Poncherello in CHiPs. As one of the show's most iconic characters, Ponch's daring and charming personality won over audiences, making Erik a household name. His life, however, was marked by struggles both on and off-screen. Estrada faced several personal crises, including a tumultuous marriage to his first wife, Joyce Miller, whom he married in 1977 and divorced in 1980. Their separation was exacerbated by Erik's public struggles with substance abuse, particularly during the early years of his stardom. He later remarried and had 2 children, but his relationships continued to be a source of stress. Despite the challenges, Erik found redemption through his faith and has continued to be active in the public eye through various roles in TV and film, and even as a police officer. At 75, he enjoys a quieter life but still makes occasional appearances in entertainment and advocacy. His resilience to overcome his personal demons stands as a testament to his perseverance. Paul Link was born on May 6, 1948, and is best known for his portrayal of Officer Arthur Grossman on CHiPs, a role he began at the age of 29 in 1977. Grossman was a well-meaning, somewhat bumbling officer who brought both comic relief and heartfelt sincerity to the show. Off-screen, Paul's life has been marred by a series of personal and professional hardships. Despite his charming presence on television, his career never reached the heights of some of his co-stars. His personal life faced difficulties as well. he experienced a tumultuous marriage, which ended in divorce. The emotional toll of his personal struggles was amplified by the loss of close family members. Paul has battled health issues over the years and faced financial instability, though he remains involved in smaller acting projects and community work. Now 76 years old, Paul lives a quieter life, reflecting on his career and the difficulties he has faced. He remains a respected figure in the entertainment community, though his journey has not been without its challenges. Michael Dorne, born on December 9, 1952, portrayed Officer Jebediah Turner in CHiPs starting at the age of 24. His character was known for his calm, reliable nature and strong sense of duty within the California Highway Patrol. Dorne grew up in a tough neighborhood in Texas, where he faced many challenges before discovering his passion for acting. His early career was slow, but CHiPs marked a major turning point, giving him his big break. After the show, Dorne achieved even greater fame as Worf in Star Trek, though his personal life was often troubled. He struggled with depression and loneliness, and despite a successful career, he found it difficult to maintain romantic relationships. Dorne never married and often spoke about his sense of isolation. At 72, Dorne is still active in acting and also dedicates his time to various charitable endeavors, although much of his personal life remains private. Lou Wagner, born on August 19, 1940, played Harlan Arliss, the eccentric mechanic on CHiPs. At 37, Lou began his role on the show in 1977, bringing to life the quirky, skilled mechanic who always seemed to be tinkering with the CHP motorcycles. His portrayal was memorable for his unique blend of technical prowess and eccentric personality. However, Lou's personal and professional life has been a complicated journey. Despite the fame of CHiPs, he struggled with substance abuse and career instability. His marriage was strained, and he went through a difficult divorce. Lou also faced periods of isolation, as his career did not evolve into the kind of stardom he had hoped for. He has also suffered from depression, which made it harder for him to regain the fame he had briefly enjoyed. At 84 years old, Lou's life has been one of ups and downs, but he continues to cherish the memories of his time on CHiPs. He is not remarried and leads a much quieter life than in his earlier years. Randy Oakes, born on August 19, 1951, is best known for her role as Officer Bonnie Clark on CHiPs. She was 26 when she began filming the series in 1977, playing the strong, compassionate, and brave female officer who earned the admiration of her colleagues. Randy's time on the show marked the peak of her acting career, but her life away from the screen was far more tumultuous. She married early in her life, but the marriage was fraught with difficulties, leading to an eventual divorce. Randy faced significant challenges balancing her career and personal life, especially as the pressures of fame and family life took their toll. She struggled with a sense of identity after her success on CHiPs faded, and she had difficulty transitioning into other acting roles. Randy also faced health issues that hindered her career. In her later years, she had a close-knit family but continues to carry the scars of her past. Now 73, Randy lives a relatively private life, remaining active in some local charity work, but rarely appears in the public eye. Bruce Penhall, born on May 10, 1957, starred as Officer Bruce Nelson in CHiPs when he was 25. Known for his skills as a former motorcycle champion, Penhall brought confidence and a sense of adventure to his role. Before CHiPs, Penhall had a successful career as a motocross racer, but his transition into acting was not without challenges. While CHiPs gave him significant exposure, his acting career did not continue with the same level of success, and he eventually returned to his first love, racing. Penhall's personal life was marked by tragedy, particularly the loss of his son in a motocross accident, an event that deeply affected him. He also experienced a difficult divorce, which added to his emotional struggles. In the years following, Penhall chose to live a quieter life, focusing on family and racing rather than public appearances. Now 67, he leads a more private life, reflecting on his past and concentrating on his personal pursuits away from the spotlight. Gwen Guilford, born on July 27, 1946, played the caring and resourceful Betty Getrayer on CHiPs. At the age of 33, she entered the role, becoming a beloved figure on the show as the wife of Sergeant Getrayer, providing emotional support for her family while balancing the demands of her husband's high-pressure job. Born to a family involved in the entertainment industry, her early life was steeped in the arts, but she faced significant professional struggles. Her marriage to actor and director, Gwen Guilford, provided her with a sense of stability, though their relationship wasn't without its challenges. They have 2 children together, and Gwen took a step back from acting in the late 1980s to focus on family life. Tragically, Gwen Guilford has faced several health battles in recent years, but continues to maintain a relatively private life, often staying away from the public eye. At 78 years old, she lives a peaceful life, far from the Hollywood limelight, as of 2024. Caitlyn Jenner was born on October 28, 1949, and became known to audiences as Officer Steve McLeish on CHiPs, a role she began portraying at the age of 32. McLeish was a determined, athletic, and disciplined character with a strong background in athletics, drawing from Jenner's real-life achievements as an Olympic gold medalist. Jenner's early years were marked by struggles with gender identity, which remained private during her time on the show. Her later transition, coming in 2015, brought her widespread attention and sparked both support and controversy. Personal life tragedies followed, including her high-profile divorce from Kris Jenner in 2014 after 23 years of marriage. Caitlyn has 6 children from previous marriages, one of whom is reality TV star Kim Kardashian. Despite her fame, her personal life has been marked by public conflict and struggles with relationships. In 2024, Caitlyn Jenner is 75 years old, living a quieter life away from the public spotlight. She is still actively involved in advocacy work for transgender rights. Ellen Geer, born August 29, 1941, portrayed the wise and nurturing Julie Barris on CHiPs. Starting her role at 36, Ellen's character was a comforting presence, providing guidance and empathy to others. Geer came from a strong acting family, with both of her parents involved in the industry. Her early career was filled with guest roles, but it was CHiPs that brought her widespread recognition. Ellen's personal life, however, was marked by several hardships. A difficult divorce in the 1970s led her to face financial instability, and she struggled with balancing her career and personal well-being. Despite these challenges, Ellen found solace in acting and continued to build a steady career in television and theater. However, her love life remained tumultuous, with brief and unsatisfying relationships. Ellen, who has 2 children, often reflected on the difficulties of balancing family and fame. Now at 83, she enjoys a more private life but remains involved in occasional theater performances, reflecting on her long, storied career. Tai Andrews, born on March 19, 1920, was 57 years old when he portrayed Charlie Davis in CHiPs from 1977 to 1983. His character, a seasoned and wise law enforcement officer, provided guidance to the younger officers with his vast experience. Tai's real life, however, held many personal tragedies. Despite a long career in film and television, which included notable roles in The Rookies and The Green Hornet, Tai faced difficult times in his personal relationships. He married twice but struggled with lasting happiness. His first marriage ended in divorce, and though his second marriage was more stable, he faced emotional isolation. Tai's later years were marked by the loss of friends and colleagues in the industry, and he battled health problems, including heart issues. On January 27, 2007, Tai passed away at the age of 86 from heart failure, leaving behind a legacy of strong performances but a life full of unspoken struggles. Katherine Canon, born on September 6, 1953, is best known for her role as Robbie Davis in CHiPs, which she played from 1977 to 1983. She was 24 years old when she joined the show, portraying a tough, independent trucker who broke barriers for women on the road. However, despite her promising start in Hollywood, Katherine's personal life was filled with struggles. She faced challenges with substance abuse, which affected both her career and relationships. Her marriage ended in divorce, and although she had a child, her family life remained complex, marked by emotional turmoil. Katherine's acting career never reached the heights she hoped for after CHiPs, and she eventually stepped away from the limelight. Now 71, Katherine has largely stayed out of the public eye, focusing on her health and well-being, having navigated years of personal and professional challenges. Keith Coogan, born on January 13, 1970, was only 8 years old when he joined CHiPs, playing the innocent and curious Roland. His role on the show was characterized by a sense of wonder and playfulness, which contrasted with the more intense moments of the series. However, Keith's early rise to fame brought its own set of challenges. As a child actor, he experienced the pressures of growing up in the spotlight, and when his career slowed down in his teenage years, he struggled with finding his place in Hollywood. Keith faced personal difficulties, including a divorce later in life, and navigated the struggles many child stars experience when transitioning to adult roles. Despite these hardships, Keith has managed to stay involved in acting, albeit in a more subdued manner. At 54, he has shifted focus toward a quieter life, away from the pressures of fame, while continuing to work on select acting projects and prioritizing his personal well-being. His journey has been filled with both challenges and recovery, and he has worked hard to maintain balance and stability in his life. Danny Bonaduce, born on August 13, 1959, was just 18 years old when he took on the role of Billy Rogers in CHiPs. Billy was a mischievous, energetic character whose impulsive adventures often landed him in trouble, much like Danny's real-life experiences. Danny's rise to fame as a child star in The Partridge Family was followed by a series of personal struggles, including substance abuse, turbulent relationships, and family issues. He was married twice, and both marriages ended in divorce, with his personal life often playing out in the public eye. Danny's battles with addiction were widely covered, and he spent time in rehab, facing media scrutiny for much of his adult life. However, he has remained active in the entertainment world, notably in radio and television, while also focusing on his recovery. At 65, Danny continues to work in the industry, speaking openly about his struggles and maintaining a sense of resilience, even as he works to rebuild his life and career after years of turmoil. Reb Brown, born on April 29, 1948, was 29 years old when he took on the role of Brulette on CHiPs, beginning in 1977. Known for his bold and energetic performance, Reb's portrayal of Brulette added a dynamic and action-oriented character to the series. However, his personal life mirrored some of the intensity he portrayed on screen. His early career saw him cast in physically demanding roles, but as his career progressed, he struggled with typecasting and found it difficult to break free from his action hero image. His love life was tumultuous, with a marriage that ended in divorce. He was left to navigate the challenges of raising children alone while dealing with the pressures of Hollywood life. He also experienced periods of financial hardship and professional stagnation. Now 76 years old, Reb is living a quieter life, having stepped away from the spotlight. Though he continues to have a fan base, he has mostly retreated from public life, focusing on personal growth and a more peaceful existence. Who's your favorite character from CHiPs? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.